Good girl. It is December 4, 2022. It's a lovely day for a ride and a lovely day to experiment with my 2-camera setup. I have put Musica on automatic pilot. She's cruising along nicely on her own. What a good girl. Such a great horse. I have been on Patreon for just over a month, and I have well over 100 patrons. Oh, good girl. That was a tiny little spook, and I didn't lose my camera, which is great. I think this is gonna work. Well over 100 patrons. I think the count this morning was 124. Some just signed up for 1 month and others signed up indefinitely. But it is very, very motivating. I'm finally making some money with my videos. What a good girl. The people in the behind and beyond tier that pay $20 US can ask me questions. And one patron asked the question, how come you started making these poo and pee videos? I think that is a most excellent question, and one that I am happy to answer. Animals poo and pee a lot, and domestic animals need the humans to look after their waste. So farmers, especially livestock farmers, are exceptionally comfortable with poo and pee. We have to be. Otherwise we can't keep livestock, especially horses. Horses shit an awful lot. And because I was filming our life on the farm and our life with the animals, of course I ended up filming, even without trying, a lot of animals pooing and peeing. I thought it was funny enough, and I also made it into a sort of running joke of I deal with a lot of shit, and that became a metaphor for dealing with your shit, which is important if you want to make any progress spiritually or just in life in general. You need to be willing to deal with your shit. So as soon as I came up with that kind of metaphor, I started filming for it a little bit more. And I have a whole collection of all kinds of animals doing their business, with me being pretty close up in their business while they were doing their business. I am so blessed with this horse. She is literally on automatic pilot and she's doing fantastic. I used to live with my 3 horses, Rumi, Bodhi and Sky, and I picked up after them on a daily basis because I kept my paddock in immaculately clean condition. First of all, it was the backdrop of my video, so I wanted it to be clean, and also it's much healthier for the horses to live in a clean environment where they don't need to eat around their own poop all the time. So for all these fabulously good reasons, I kept my paddock really nice and tidy, and I spent a lot of time outside picking poop. And I became really great at noticing, well before it happened, when my horses needed to do their business. And I made it again into a running joke of being just in time with my manure fork to catch it in midair before the shit hit the ground. And that became a metaphor for visionary leadership, knowing what happens before what happens happens, and doing something about it before the shit hits the ground. And I had a lot of fun catching shit in midair with my fork. And I could only do this because I was intimately connected to my horses. I could just feel that shit coming. What a good girl. Oh yeah, we don't have... Oh my goodness, and she's still on automatic pilot. What a good girl. Gosh, Musica, you are so magnificent today. I am literally paying zero attention to her and she is just magnificent. Oh, oh, look at that. Yeah, it's been quite windy. Oh, now you're getting spooky. Now that I put the camera away, maybe the trick is to just keep filming and not pay attention to you. The wind is also picking up, so it's not entirely unhorse-like to get a little worked up. You know this place, Angel. What a good girl. What a good girl. You are good. Oh, look who's here. Let's go and say hello. Let's say hello. How have you been?
What a difference. I'm good. I'm good.
Awesome.
I'm just go put her inside and we can stop her.
Yeah. I'll let her graze for a little.
Yeah, I don't know. Get inside.
I mean, do you have time for a chat? Because I'm just cruising through.
I do.
Okay, I'll let her graze. What a good girl you are.